Hi everyone. Okay, so these are the requested questions that students ask me to do, and you'll see they're circled in blue as I go through them. And I'll try and make this quick because I have a limit of 15 minutes on how I can record. So I have a trinomial here. First thing I do is look for the GCF, and that's going to be x. Oh, I can also take out 3, and that leaves me 6x squared plus 23x minus 4 equals 0. Now to factor this trinomial, it's a complex trinomial, and I'm going to take factors of, the magic number is 6 and 4 multiplies to give 24, so factors of 24 that subtract to give 23. Well, that's going to be 24 and 1. So somehow I got to get a 24, so I'm going to have a 6 and a 4 that'll multiply. 6x times x gives me the 6x squared, 4 times 1 gives me the 4, and they're going to have the positive, okay, to give the positive 24x, and a negative 1. So your 3 answers. Why are there 3 answers? Well, there are 3 factors. So do I get a factor from the 3x? Yeah, x could be 0. The next one, x could be the opposite of the constant over the coefficient. That's going to be positive 1 over 6. And the other one, x equals negative 4. And you put a comma and you write or. Next question, moving to number 3. Lots of requests for this one, probably because they're only monomial factors. Gave some people a bit of a pain. So the first way I'm going to do this is just multiply it through. You guys will see this, you should understand. You're going to get 112, okay, top times top, 112a to the 6b, and on the bottom, that's going to be 315a squared b squared. And now you just reduce this. How do you reduce? Well, the b squared is going to cancel, the b is going to cancel out of the top, leaving me with a single b on the bottom. The a to the 2 cancels, leaving me a to the 4 on top. So b on the bottom, a to the 4 on top. And then you reduce the 112 over 315. You can do that on your calculator or just divide top and bottom by 7, which is going to leave you with 16 from the top, and into 315 is going to be 45. Now another way of doing this question, I'm going to erase and redo the first step there. Another way of doing it is to start canceling before you even multiply. So that means I'm going to do b cancels here with that squared, the a squared cancels with the 4, and now I can reduce the 21 and the 4 by 7, so that's going to be a 2, and that's going to be a 3. Now you multiply the tops. Now it's confusing, okay? Don't get messed up with what's a coefficient and what's an exponent, but it's going to be 16a to the 4 over 3 times 15 is 45b. Hey, look, same answer. Fantastic. Letter C. Problem with this one, of course, is that we have 4-term polynomial on the top. Now I'm going to do one of those later. I'll show you the step-by-step on that. So for now, let's just realize that this is going to factor as, what are the 3 brackets? Well, there's going to be an a minus 4, and then there's going to be a squared minus 9, which factors as a plus 3, a minus 3. On the bottom, you're going to have to take out the negative. So after you change all the signs on the trinomial, you'll see it comes out as a minus 4, a minus 3. Remember that negative that you took out changes the signs of all of the terms. And canceling there, you cancel the a minus 3, the a minus 4, leaves you with a plus 3 over negative. Well, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. So we've got to put a number, put a 1. But that's not even the best way to write the answer. We just say it's a negative fraction, negative times a plus 3. Not good left like that. You got to put brackets. Letter D. Okay. I'm not sure why this was requested. I think it was fairly straightforward, but let's take a look at the factoring for this. N plus 3 and minus 3 on the top. Factor out the 3, n minus 3. Next bracket, it's a complex trinomial. Factor 4 and 1, subtract to give 3, so that's going to be positive on the 2, negative on the 1. And n plus 3, n plus 2. So n plus 2's cancel, n plus 3's cancel. Anything else? Nope. So that leaves n minus 3. Oh yeah, n minus 3's cancel. So that's going to be 2n minus 1 over 3. Okay, I don't remember this working. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. You see where it is? Always good idea to take a look. The 2n minus 3 didn't factor with n minus 3 in the bracket. It factors with 3n minus 1. So that doesn't cancel with the n minus 3 as I had done. So a little bit of damage control here. N minus 3 times 2n minus 1 over 3 times 3n minus 1. So what do you see? Well, that's it. Doesn't reduce any more than that. All right, letter F. I got it set up a little bit here. Nothing happens on the top. You can take a 5 out of the bottom. And on the second fraction, we have to flip it. So the bottom is going to be 5g plus 2, 5g minus 2, but it's written on top, right, because we flipped it. And the top of the fraction is going to have the g factored out. The 5g plus 2's cancel. Now, here's where a little bit of a trap happens. Let's get the 5s. When I try and cancel the 2g minus 5 and the 5g minus 2, they aren't opposites. They are not even, the coefficients don't match, right? There's a 5 for the g on one and there's 2 on the g for the other. So that one's not going to cancel. I can take a g out of here to leave me with g squared. So g squared times 5g minus 2. And the denominator is going to be 2g minus 5. Again, there's this kind of temptation to cancel those two. They won't reduce. Next handout was the worksheet rational expressions. And you can see I put a box here beside letter D because I'm going to use some room for rough work for the factoring. So there's this 4-term polynomial that I'm going to factor over here. Don't mess up the problem. Put it on the side. So I'm taking 2 out of the first pair of terms and a 3 out of the second pair of terms. The brackets match. You can see it's a difference of squares, so we'll take care of that in a second. And 2a plus 3 is left behind. b plus 2, b minus 2, and you don't even have to bother to write it here. You can just put it right into the question, because that's what our next step is going to be. And the denominator is a complex trinomial. Hopefully you've had enough practice with this. The fact that the 2 is prime makes it a little bit easier, and I need factors that are going to subtract to give 1. Whoops, 6 is going to factor with 3 and a 2. And so that's going to be the 2 here to make it 4 when I multiply, and the 3 when I multiply, and I need it to be a negative 4 and a positive 3. Second bracket, flipped again. And again, we've got this. Factoring is going to be outsourced over there. Well, actually into this box here. And so I'm going to take a 4a out of the first pair. And b plus 2. I'm going to take a 6 out of the second. b plus 2. Equals. b plus 2 comes in front. And it looks like I'm done, but 4a plus 6 has a common factor of 2, which I'm going to put out in the front, leaving me with 2a plus 3. 2b plus 2. Whoops, almost got trapped here. That has to go on the bottom because it's a division. So 2b plus 2, and then 2a plus 3. And that's going to be 2b plus 3, 2b minus 3. 2a plus 3 is cancel. b plus 2 is cancel. 2b plus 3 doesn't cancel. b minus 2 do. So 2a plus 3, 2b minus 3. Wait a second. 2b minus 3. Nope, made a mistake here. Oh no, that's right. 2b minus 3. Darn, would have been nice if it canceled, but it doesn't, because there's a 2b plus 3 on the bottom and the leading factor of 2. Okay, would have been nice if that broke down smaller. Letter G. Okay, blast through this one. Get the factoring out of the way. X plus 8, x minus 3. Again, that's the bottom of the fraction moving up to the top, and the other one has the top of the fraction moving to the bottom. x plus 8s, x minus 6s. We're sure about this x plus 5 stuff? Alright, so that leaves me x minus 5 on the top, and x minus 3, x, and x plus 5 on the bottom. Now you want to be suspicious, right? You say x plus 5, are you really sure about that? That came from the top, yes, it's positive, and the x minus 5, no, they're not going to cancel. So move on. And as you see, letter J has lots of requests, just because there's so much work to do in this question, but shouldn't take too long. We have factors of 24 that subtract to give 10, so that's 12 and 2. 12 gets the positive. P minus 6, P minus 4 times. This is a complex trinomial, but it's actually a perfect square trinomial. Again, this is the bottom of the fraction moved to the top, and then the P minus 4, P plus 2. And the last one is P minus 6, P plus 2 on the top, and 2p, well, complex trinomial, and it's going to be a 2 here, and a 3 here, and they both going to be negatives. Cancellation. Okay. This is kind of fun, in a geeky kind of way. P minus 6s, and I'm left with 2 brackets on the top, 2 brackets on the bottom. P plus 12, 2p minus 3 over P minus 4 times P minus 4. You can write the brackets separate. I'm lazy, so I'm going to put it as a single bracket squared. Okay, I got about a minute and a half, 2.5 more minutes I got for recording. The top is a difference of 2 squares, but you're going to have x squared plus y squared times x squared minus y squared. But that's going to be a difference of 2 squares. So let's just write it as x plus y, x minus y. Dots, right? The sots won't factor. The 4 comes out of the x squared plus y squared. I see it's going to cancel with the top nicely. The next one I can factor out an 8, and then the leftover bits are going to be x plus y, x plus y. Again, this comes out 8x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Oh, made a sign problem here. They're both negatives. And then 6 comes out x minus y. Okay, cancel the x minus y's. Cancel the x squared plus y's. You're looking at this, so is something going to cancel? Well, you got an x minus y and an x minus y on top. You can't cancel them. They're both on the top. You can cancel the 8 with the 4. Leave that with a 2. And that's going to leave me x plus y, a couple of x minus y's. So again, I'm going to be lazy and put an x minus y squared on that. And then denominator, whoops, I had a 2 on top and a 6 on the bottom. Let's use the eraser method. 2 over 6 is equal to 1 over 3. And I'm done. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you could follow all my work. You can maybe watch it in slow motion if you want to see it a little bit better later. Thanks.